Good morning, everybody. Usually you would see on Mornings LATE a very splashy opening, but today, not a splashy opening because of a shocking series of events that have happened overnight. Late yesterday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, millions of viewers of this channel were waiting for direct deposit of their $1,400 third stimulus check. It was March 24th. It was the date that Janet Yellen had said the direct deposit would appear in your bank account. It was the date, March 24th, in which Janet Yellen said that it doesn't appear in your bank account, it's coming in the mail. That was her statements on Monday. But shortly with 30 minutes left in the day, yesterday, March 24th, the White House released a video from Janet Yellen saying that she is working to ensure that your stimulus checks will land by direct deposit in the next few days to weeks. What? That was not what we were told on Monday. I ran the video yesterday at the tail end of yesterday's live recordings. I ran it this morning on Early Mornings LATE. And around the time of me running that recording and explaining this is not what Treasury had represented to the American people, that everyone is to get them by March 24th in direct deposit, guess what happened between this early morning and today? The White House has deleted the video. These shocking developments are among the many shocking developments, including the letter from Richard Neal and two major shocking developments from EIDL overnight, in a jaw-dropping morning of shockers across the board. This is Mornings LALATE. Toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, but what's not here is a White House video released yesterday at 4 o'clock that has now been deleted by the White House's press team. The White House video released yesterday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, approximately, was a tape recording of Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary, and the video was shocking at the least. It said that while she had indicated on Monday that stimulus checks would land by direct deposit on March 24th, the video said otherwise. In the video, which I'm going to show to you again, it is no longer available on their YouTube channel, but I have now shown you to you on Early Mornings LATE. I'll show you a glimpse again of that Early Mornings LATE video. She says that the stimulus checks will land by direct deposit over the next few days to weeks. At the time, I said, what's going on here? The Help Is Here tour had launched across the country, and the Help Is Here tour with the President of the United States said that the stimulus checks will be landing in your bank account within 10 days or in the mailbox. It's been past 10 days. This is among the many shocking developments that have unfolded just this morning, and they fully eclipse the Richard Neal letter, which I'll be covering as well. If you've not subscribed, you want to subscribe and stay to the end, because I literally have shocker after shocker in this video. I have the shocking development of the deletion of the video from the White House of the Janet Yellen recording. I have not one, but two Richard Neal letters. I have a shocker from EIDL overnight that was great, and a shocker from EIDL that'll leave your jaw dropping to the floor from SBA. And it's just the start of the day. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also like this video and keep it positive, because these shocking developments may make your head turn. Why would the White House release at 4:30, the day in which your stimulus checks were to land in direct deposit, a video from the person who's responsible, Janet Yellen, to give you the stimulus check, saying they're not coming today, they're coming over the next few days to weeks? Well, that did not suggest that help is here. It suggests that help is going to be here in a couple of days to a couple of weeks, to use her exact words. The video ran on Afternoons LATE, and it ran on Early Mornings LATE. And when I got prepared for this Mornings LATE video recording, which was initially to go live, I went to look at the video logs from the White House, and it was gone. Deleted. The White House deleted the video from its Treasury Secretary, which would have suggested, no, you're not waiting to receive it by direct deposit yesterday. It's going to come in a couple days to a couple weeks. Now, before I continue, let me make this very clear to you. Janet Yellen initially had said that the stimulus checks were to land on March 17th. Millions of Americans didn't get it on March 17th. Then they said there's going to be a second wave. And that second wave they announced on Monday. This Monday, they said the second wave of stimulus checks was sent out last Friday, and they'll land by March 24th, yesterday, by direct deposit. And if they do not land by direct deposit, they are in the mail. That was a specific statement from Janet Yellen's team on Monday. If they are not in your bank by yesterday, they are in the mail. Very clear. It's either this or that. Well, then that video came out. Let's watch that video again. Here is what I said this morning about that video. So that's where we were going into yesterday. You're going to get it yesterday, the 24th. If you don't get it by the 24th, it's in the mail. What I told you going into yesterday was the big banks would likely pay you yesterday, the 24th. And if you don't get it by the big banks, they're in the mail. And if you don't bank at a big bank, maybe a smaller bank like a credit union, you might get it today, the 25th. All very clear. And then, with half an hour left in the day, nearly no viewers of this channel were seeing that stimulus check appear. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of viewers saying, I didn't get a stimulus check today. What's going on? And with 30 minutes left in the banking hours on the East Coast, the White House, which of course is on the East Coast, released this video. This video is with Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary. In this video, the White House is touting the wonders of the Help Us Here tour. I want you to listen to the final 10 seconds of the video to see why this video is shocking. Let's listen to it.
$1,400 checks, although they're not always checks and they're not always $1,400. The $1,400 checks. If you have a larger family, generally you'll receive more. A single person making $75,000 or less with no dependents will get $1,400, while a family of four will get 4 times $1,400 or $5,600. Most American households, more than 85%, qualify for these payments. To receive the money, most people have to do absolutely nothing. The IRS will electronically deposit into your bank account on file. We'll be working hard over the next few days and weeks to get this money out to you.
We will be working hard over the next few days and weeks to get this money out to you. Did you hear that? Let's play it again.
In weeks to get this money out to you.
That's not what Treasury had said on Monday. On Monday, Treasury said that the direct deposits would be done by March 24th, yesterday, and if you don't get it by direct deposit, it's in the mail. The new message from Treasury at the end of March 24th, with half an hour left of the business banking hours on the East Coast, over the next few days to weeks, we're going to start to get you some money in your direct deposit accounts. Viewers were shocked. Shocked. And this comes as the President of the United States has been going across the country, not to the border, to see the... And that was this morning. That was this morning in which you saw a copy of the recording from Janet Yellen. That recording is now gone. Why did the White House delete the recording? Again, the recording you just saw from Janet Yellen, released yesterday at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, with 30 minutes left of the banking day to get your stimulus check by direct deposit, on the day that Janet Yellen said it's going to arrive. The video was posted. I ran the video. Hundreds of thousands of viewers talked about it. It was shocking. And this morning it's gone. Why has the video been deleted? Unclear. And that was issue number one. Issue number two. Elsewhere, in a separate series of events, this person, Richard Neal, had been battling all throughout the day about the delivery of stimulus checks. Richard Neal is your head of the Ways and Means Committee. And he had been battling all day long about where stimulus checks are going and where they're coming. Earlier in the day, he released one letter. And that first letter from Richard Neal, signed by two other Democrats, said the American Rescue Plan was intended to provide much needed economic stimulus and assistance to people across the country immediately. And we are counting on the agencies to ensure the beneficiaries are not left behind in the seamless delivery of those payments. Some of our venerable seniors with disabilities, including veterans who serve our country with honor, are unable to pay for basic necessities that wait for overdue payments. He sent this letter to Yellen. He also sent this letter to Social Security. This is the first letter. There were two letters yesterday. Understand, that was the start of yesterday. The start of yesterday was that letter. And that letter went to Yellen early in the day. Late in the day, the Yellen video was released saying, guess what? You're going to get your stimulus checks in a couple of weeks. By the end of the day, around the same time that the Yellen video was released at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, a second Neal letter was released. That's this letter. And that was the letter that a lot of you started to talk about. The letter, again, this time the letter is just to Social Security. It's not to Yellen. And it says, we write you today regarding the 30 million Social Security and supplemental Social Security beneficiaries who are still waiting their economic impact payment. We understand these beneficiaries are waiting because Social Security has not sent the necessary payment files to IRS. We're aware that IRS asked Social Security to send the payment files 2 weeks before the American Rescue Plan became law on March 11th. As of today, SSA has still not provided IRS with those payment files in order to issue the stimulus checks to struggling Americans. We demand that you provide these to IRS with this information by tomorrow, March 25th. And that was late in the day. And then this morning, the Yellen video disappeared. Now, let me explain a couple things to you. And I already saw your comments last night on social media, on the videos of this channel, and elsewhere. First, a couple of viewers called the letter from Richard Neal, the second letter from Richard Neal, excuses, bogus, not actually true. Let me address those concerns. The statements that some viewers are making is that the letter makes no sense because Social Security, because Yellen has had your information to send out the stimulus check of December, just 3-4 weeks ago, and that they had that information on file, and that the claim that they don't have the information on file, and that's why she didn't get stimulus checks, makes no sense because they have the information on file. That's what some viewers have said. Here's my response. I think the letter is misguided in many, many ways. I'll tell you why. First, I have millions and millions of viewers of this channel who have not received stimulus checks who are beyond the scope of the letter. I have viewers who are not on benefits who have not gotten the stimulus check. I have viewers who do file tax returns that Janet Yellen's team would know their address, have not gotten their stimulus check. And those people are in addition to the scope of his letter. Richard Neal's letter concerns only people on benefits who don't file tax returns. Well, guess what? I have people on benefits who do file tax returns who didn't get their stimulus check. I have people not on benefits who also didn't get their stimulus check. And I have people not on benefits who also file tax returns who didn't get their stimulus check. I have a lot more viewers than the scope of this letter who have not gotten their stimulus check. And let's also make it also clear that since last week, I've had countless viewers, hundreds of thousands who have gotten their stimulus check, who are on benefits, who do not file their tax return. And then I've also had millions that have not. So the suggestion that people are not getting a stimulus check because of something to do with Social Security is not accurate. I have far more problems from viewers than just Social Security. To recap, I've had viewers on Social Security on benefits get stimulus checks last week. Some that pay taxes and some that don't pay taxes. I've also had hundreds of thousands that have not. I've also had hundreds of thousands of viewers who are not on benefits, who have not gotten their stimulus check. Net result, translation. This letter makes it sound like it's only a discrete group of small individuals that have not gotten their stimulus check. Oh no. The scope of the issue is far larger than Representative Neal's letter suggests. He suggests it's only a benefits issue situation. It's not. It's actually not. It's far greater, which is why the Yellen video was so troubling when it was released, because it did address that a video released for all Americans, that their stimulus checks would be coming by direct deposit over the next few weeks. That's far more than just the beneficiaries. Let's recap before we go to the next problem. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single minute of what's happening today. Also, like this video, and if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Let me recap the problem. I have viewers who are on Social Security, railroad benefits, SSI, and SSDI, who got the stimulus check within 24 hours after the money went out 2 weeks ago. I also have people on benefits who got the stimulus check last March 17th on St. Patrick's Day. I also have some that got it yesterday on March 24th. But I also have a lot that did not. And guess who also did not get stimulus checks? People not on benefits. Hundreds of thousands of viewers of this channel not on benefits did not get a stimulus check as well. And let me add to this even more complex. Neal's contention is that Yellen doesn't know anything about the beneficiaries because they don't file tax returns. No. I have hundreds of thousands of viewers who are beneficiaries who do file tax returns that have not gotten their stimulus check as well. So you see that while Neal may think it's a very discrete problem, the analytics from this channel show the problem is far greater. So why was that Yellen video deleted today by the White House? Why was it removed? Hard to say. You can guess, you can estimate, maybe the video was recorded several weeks ago and no one watched what the scope of the video said, that it was bad production ideas, that they did not realize their final words at the end of the message, that they recorded this several weeks ago to release then, and that the last few words were no longer relevant. Maybe there was a timing in the video. It should have been released then. It should not have been released yesterday. We don't know. But again, no explanation. Understand Richard Neal, Representative Neal's letter is to Treasurer, is to Janet Yellen. Now, that's where we start. Got more going on with you in a second. But let me cut to something else developing. This is some good news. I think we need it. If you have an EIDL loan, congratulations. Late yesterday, I delivered the breaking great news to EIDL loan applicants that SBA has now agreed to increase your EIDL loan. This is huge, incredible, great news. The new statement from SBA was posted to their website late yesterday. The statement says the following: if you had an EIDL loan approved before April 6, 2021, you will be able to increase it. Congratulations. Because of new loan maximum amounts announced March 24th, 2021, yesterday. Businesses that received a loan subject to the current loan limit do not need to submit a new request. SBA will reach out to you. You will be able to accept a loan for so this is huge news, because I've had countless viewers reach out to me trying to increase their EIDL loan for over a year with SBA. Just yesterday, SBA made the major announcement you can increase your EIDL loan. Congratulations. And with that, without a heartbeat happening, I also have not so good news from SBA. As you know, under the third stimulus package, the President of the United States put in a new series of grants. The first one is the Shuttered Venue Grant. It is yet to go live, although SBA has now indications on there about how you can get information about the Shuttered Venue Grant. About to go live, and that Shuttered Venue Grant is about to go live. I believe it's April 6th. That's good news. Not good news is the $5,000 EIDL grant. Yes, there is new suggestion, but we do not know with certainty yet, and I'll certainly give you that forewarning, that SBA is not going to honor the $5,000 third stimulus EIDL grant. Yes, really. What's going on here? If you recall, under second stimulus, Trump stimulus, when another round of EIDL grants were approved under second stimulus, it said under the Trump stimulus that they were supposed to open the applications for new applicants. They didn't. They took the second stimulus EIDL grant and said, oh, we're going to use it to pay the first round of EIDL grant applicants. Well, guess what they're currently saying about the Biden third stimulus EIDL grant? They're currently saying we're going to take that money and use it to pay off the first round of EIDL grant applicants, meaning we're not going to open the EIDL grant for any new applicants in 2021 for that $5,000 EIDL grant, even though that is exactly what the law says they have to do. Bombshell. It's one of those days, isn't it? It's just one of those days. Let's cut back to what's going on with the stimulus check today and later this week. First, what I want you to know is that the Richard Neal letter, as read by a lot of viewers of this channel, they think it's a bigger thing than I really think it is. I got to tell you, I don't think the Richard Neal letter, the Representative Neal letter, is as big as some viewers think they think it is. They think it's the single reason why there's so many problems at hand with the delivery of the stimulus check. I think there's a bigger problem than just this delivery of information from SSA to Yellen. I think there's a much bigger problem because I got viewers that whose information is on file with Yellen and have not got to the stimulus check. Understand, you're probably watching this video saying, I got my second stimulus check in January, the $600 one. I got it with no problem. My direct deposit information has been on file with Treasury for the first stimulus, for the second stimulus. I don't file tax returns. I'm on benefits. What do you mean? What do you mean the information just disappears? I mean, that's sort of Neal's contention. Do you buy it? Drop in the comments right now. If Yellen, if Steve Mnuchin, Yellen's predecessor, had your direct deposit information for the first stimulus check, had your information for the second stimulus check, which was sent out, just in January, late December. Do you believe that Yellen still has your direct deposit information? Yes or no? Drop in the comments right now. Do you believe that Yellen does have your direct deposit information? I mean, should I run the video again from yesterday? Yellen's video, which now is deleted, says you don't have to do anything. We have your direct information on file, direct deposit information on file. So why is Richard Neal saying that Yellen does not have your direct deposit information on file when Yellen's actual video says she does? And you know, as a viewer on benefits, that it was on file just a few weeks ago when you got the $600. And let me, if I don't want to say mic drop, but maybe I should. Guess what happens after you get that second stimulus check? You get a letter in the mail from Yellen's team that says, hi, we just sent you the $600 second stimulus check. Or maybe Steve Mnuchin's team would have sent it out to you. And the letter says, if you did not get the $600 second stimulus check, reach out to us. Well, guess what? If they sent you the letter, they also know where you are. Do you believe that this contention from Richard Neal that Yellen doesn't know where you are is true or false? I'd like to hear your comment. I don't believe it's a true and accurate statement. I want to also add to this as well. Treasury in 2020 had a lot of statements it released about, under Steve Mnuchin, about what information they need to have and what information they don't need to have. They specifically said for veterans, we have your information on file. It's not going away. They specifically said for SSI and SSDI, we have your information on file. They specifically said there was, if you've been with me for a while, you've heard this recording. They specifically said there's only two groups of people that they may not know your information and that you need to submit it. One, someone who newly went on benefits in 2020. You remember this video? Yeah, this is the non-filer filing video. If you newly went on benefits in 2020, they said do a non-filer filing. Or if you're on benefits and you just had a child, do a non-filer filing. But if you're on benefits, we know where you are. If you are a veteran, we know where you are. That was Steve Mnuchin's team's statements then. And they certainly knew where you are because they got you a first stimulus check by direct deposit and a second one by direct deposit. So the big question is whether Representative Neal and his letters truly accurate. What do you think? Excuse or not excuse? Drop in the comments right now. Do you think his letter is an excuse for the situation of simply not sending out stimulus checks, or really the true situation? I'd love to see your comments. Here's the net result. Let me give you the analytics where we are right now. These analytics are really the best indicator of the situation, not what elected officials tell you. The analytics are the following. Yesterday, when asked of viewers, did you get a stimulus check on March 24th, and you were waiting for a stimulus check on March 24th, out of about anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million viewers yesterday, only about 100 to 200 got the stimulus check who are in the live chat. That's not good numbers. On March 24th, 100 to 200 viewers out of 500,000 to 1 million got a stimulus check March 24th. That's not a good number. Then I asked viewers, who are you? In my Mariah Carey voice. I don't know who you are. Now, I said, who are you? Are you on benefits or are you not on benefits? It was about 70 to 80% on benefits, 30 to 20% not on benefits. So we had people not on benefits getting a stimulus check, and we had people on benefits not getting a stimulus check. Then I asked, do you file tax? Have you been filing tax returns? About the same thing. 20, 30% filed tax returns. The rest had not filed tax returns because they didn't have to. They were not required because they're below the limit. And so we saw how there was just a lot of people not getting stimulus checks. And finally, I asked which banks do you bank at that you got the stimulus checks and which you did not. And that came in exactly what we had thought. The net result was that every single bank that viewers had mentioned on this channel over the last 2 weeks had paid at least someone a stimulus check. So it's not the bank's fault. It's absolutely not the bank's fault. They're just not getting the funds. Yesterday, banks that paid stimulus check to viewers were PNC, Wells, Arvest, U.S. Bank, Chase, Direct Express, Green Dot, Citizens Bank, B of A, H&R Block, Regions Bank, and TD Bank. Those are banks that paid stimulus checks yesterday to viewers this channel, including those on Social Security, Railroad Benefits, and SSI and SSDI. A week earlier, these were the banks that paid stimulus checks as well. They were Citizens Bank, PNG, Bancorp, Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot. Also People United Bank, US Bank, PNC, Capital One Bank. Also paying were Lake Michigan, Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex, Bluebird, Navy Federal, BBT, Wood Forest, USAA, Wells, Chase, Bank America, H&R Block, and TurboTax. The net result of all that information is very simple, is that it's not the bank issue. Banks just don't have the stimulus checks. You could still see stimulus checks post throughout today. That is clearly the message of this channel. You could still see them post throughout today. You could maybe see them post tomorrow. Likely not the big banks because they would have made the deposits yesterday, March 24th. They don't hold funds thereafter, but maybe credit unions, they may post the funds today. But the other thing to understand across the board is that in the case of paper checked and mail checks, a vast majority, an enormous amount of viewers this channel who are waiting for paper checks may still get it by paper check. When I pulled that information from you, the viewers, over the weekend, it was almost 50% of the viewers waiting for direct deposit that had seen an alert on irs.gov that it's coming in the mail. And that statement that it was coming in the mail showed March 26th, March 27th, March 28th, 9th, 30th, and 31st. And let me explain those dates for you right now. If you go to irs.gov and you see a result and it says mail March 31st, it means that the effective date of the check is March 31st. It does not mean that it's landing in your mailbox on the March 31st, nor that it's being sent out on March 31st. Rather, it means the date of the check in the corner written is March 31st. So when would you receive it? Likely 1 to 2 days ahead of time is when you would receive the stimulus check. If you had that result, great. If you do the transcript tool, which I had a separate video about that yesterday, and got a result of it in the mail, great. If you're going to irs.gov and you don't see any results, well, this is where it becomes problematic because we initially thought that perhaps you're not typing in the address right. But now we do not know if they're just checks that have not been sent out, that are still pending to be sent out, or that the tool is just simply not delivering the results. As you see, it's a big day. We're just starting. I had a lot more to cover for you today. And let me just cover a few of those big breaking developments right now. Dr. Fauci yesterday spoke about the resurgence of the virus internationally. He is concerned as about half of the United States have now seen an upswing of the situation. Jerome Powell this morning said, as we make substantial moves in this economy, we could see some fluctuations. These were his comments on NPR's Morning Edition this morning. As we make substantial further progress towards our goals, we'll gradually roll back the amount of we will roll back the amount of Treasury and mortgage-backed securities we've bought. We will very gradually over time, with great transparency, when the economy has all but fully recovered, we'll pull back the support we need to provide. Darden Restaurants, which is the parent of Olive Garden, reported record numbers. Revenues beat estimates this morning at 20, much higher than expected. But the real other big shocker, which I could have stayed on, but I didn't, is taxes. The president is now facing a full court press about forced stimulus. Forced stimulus, he anticipates, he wants to have it funded by raising your inheritance taxes, raising your capital gains taxes, and raising corporate taxes, and also raising wealth taxes. Yes, corporate taxes are now added to the list as well. 4 tax items. There could be even more. A series of major organizations have now stepped forward to oppose any type of forced stimulus that has that in there. And guess what? Democrats aren't supporting it either. It's a big day with a lot of breaking developments. I hope this video has been informative for you. If it has, make sure you like the video. Let's try to do 3,000 likes. I'll be back more with you on Mornings LA. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed, keep on smiling, stay focused. A lot of breaking developments are happening across the board. So stay with LA for more.